Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It's Saturday. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're doing a little impromptu Splatoon 3 stream because I didn't realize Splatfest was happening this weekend. I could have just played Romeo and pretended like it wasn't happening, but fuck it. This is like you gotta have the quarterly Splatoon stream, I feel. Splatoon is always fun to stream. I just don't come up with a lot of reasons to stream it. Sorry I'm a half hour late, by the way. I've been having some problems with the internet. Same as last night. Thankfully, I think I might have stabilized it. But I guess we'll see. But hopefully, all will be well. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a good Saturday. Oh, fuck, I forgot about this. Because I was over at my, sister's, so I had to, do that. Okay, now we're normal. I have to download an update? What the fuck did they update? Because I swear I played, like, the last big update they had. I guess it must not have been a big update. Because when I last played, they added health bars. It's so spring right now. It's a little funny to have, like, a Easter-themed Splatfest after Easter. Like, I don't know, look at the colors and tell me they're not trying to be Easter-themed. Plus the chicks for, like, Peeps. And the bunnies for the Easter Bunny. The bear is just there. Let's go, Team Big Man. Shout out Joan with the 5 watch streak, by the way. Mega Floette is crazy. What do you mean Light of Ruin does over 80 to a bulky Mega Clef? Also funny to do a spring Splatfest after most cherry blossoms have stopped blooming. Yes, give me all my battle pass. Dude, genuinely, if this game didn't have, like, a stupid battle pass thing, I probably would be playing it way more. Battle passes, like, genuinely, like, ruin games for me a little bit. And it's like, I'm not immune to all types of FOMO. I play every, like, festival in Sonic Racing, but that's also because, like, I really, really like that game, and the festival unlocks more stuff for me in the game. And, like, you could argue, oh, well, that's what the Battle Pass does. The Battle Pass unlocks more stuff for you. It should be easier to get, though. I don't know, the festivals are, like, I play them for a couple hours and then I'm done. A full battle pass is like you have to be playing like non-stop for like a month. I don't have that kind of time. What do I look like? But I've absolutely complained about Splatoon having a battle pass before. Going back in time and preventing Fortnite from being released. And I can be mean about Fortnite now because all the people I know who are obsessed with Fortnite are really mad at Epic Games now. So I can talk about, like, Fortnite ruining the gaming industry and nobody will even be mad at me. And it's not even like I've never enjoyed Fortnite. I played a little bit of Fortnite, but it's also part of the reason why video games are bad. It's definitely the reason why live service games are bad. Although, then again, live service games are always bad. No more live service! Low-key, Battle Passes started with Dota 2's invitational thing. Dude, it always starts with Valve, doesn't it? It's fucked up that Valve ruined the video game industry by making some of the best games ever. And the problem is everybody copied their shit monetization without copying the fact that Valve was making the best games ever. And I'm not saying that Valve making the games really good necessarily excuses their shit monetization, but, like, it's more palpable than, like, a lot of companies putting in their games that aren't even good. Like, it all goes back to TF2. It's... TF2, best game ever made, probably the worst game for the industry. Because I think, like, all the shit practices started with TF2. When I go back in time to prevent the rise of the live service game, and I have to kill TF2. Tears in my eyes. Have I ever asked the live service games how they felt? I guess I haven't. Maybe I'm a bad person. Oh, hi, Bickwin. Welcome. Are we at the point where, like, video game companies are, like, not just doing, like, live service games for all their games now? Do you think we're reaching that point? Or do you think we're still in the, like, too many live service games coming out era? Was thinking today it would be funny to get into new live service games just to be contrarian nowadays. Yeah, I feel like unless a live service game is really, really good, like, people are just gonna be really mad that they exist. Like, I feel like Marathon is as close to towing the line. I feel like, in general, like, people like, Marathon, but it's also not selling like crazy, which means it might still shut down, even though people generally like it. But you're right, it's the worst time in history to be a live service because nobody wants to play new live service games anymore. And the problem is that video games take so long to come out that, like, it's gonna take, like, another, like, couple of years before, like, companies catch up with the fact that nobody wants to play live service games anymore. Also, yeah, we got sprinkles for the Springfest. Like, fuck, how many years in development was Concord? Didn't Concord have, like, an extremely long development? And by the time it came out, nobody wanted a live service Sony game? Like, Concord is absolutely, like, the deadest horse ever, but it really, like... I mean, it kind of can't be overstated how much of a fucking failure that was. 30,000 copies sold in 2 weeks, and immediately shut down afterwards. That's bad. Dude, I'm pretty sure Codename Steam sold more. Can you imagine making a $100 million plus video game that sells worse than Codename Steam? I'd be in the fucking news, dude. It's crazy how they give up immediately now. Like, there are other flops that lasted a year or two of updates. Dude, fucking Battleborn. Remember when Battleborn came out and everybody was making fun of it because it wasn't Overwatch? I don't have a version of I Heart Eating Shit with the Codename Steam shirt, by the way. We're just gonna pretend like it still says that, if that's okay. But, like, Battleborn was, like, so relentlessly shit on. You know how many years Battleborn had servers? 5 years. We had half a decade where fucking Battleborn was a video game you could play. Dude, they don't do that anymore. If a live service game, like, flops immediately, they just shut that shit down. They don't have the patience to wait. Like, how did we get to the point where Battleborn isn't even, like, that embarrassing anymore? Would have defended Battleborn to be contrarian, but it not been Gearbox. Yeah, I mean, Gearbox is cringe. Any company that made fucking Borderlands is cringe. Although it was really funny when Randy Pitchford was trying to hype up Battleborn by posting on Twitter the Battleborn NSFW Reddit. That's so Randy. Think about how many, like, super old MMOs that, like, did not succeed, but still, like, exist to this day. Like, it's crazy to me when you have, like, streamers play through, like, really old MMOs that barely have a player base that are somehow still kicking. That shit doesn't happen anymore. There are, like, MMOs that failed in the 2000s that are still around. But, like, a lot of the live service games that come out now, they get shut down within, like, a month and a half. Honestly, if you release that kind of game on, like, PC, you should probably just let people run their own servers like Valve does. I'm not saying it's a perfect solution, but, like, you would be surprised. You could, like, garner, like, a community out of that. Maybe it won't happen right away, and maybe it'll never be as big as your ambitions were, but if you, like, let people play your fucking game, they will get attached to it. There will be a player base that gets attached to it. Dude, there's people still playing shit like a Fistful of Frags and Double Action Boogaloo. Because you could just run your own servers on that. Like, that's the other thing about, like, these live service failures, is that, for the most part, they're not even, like, terrible games. It's not like these live service games are coming out and they're, like, complete and utter shit. Like, it's just that the market is oversaturated, so it's hard for them to find an audience. Which is also why you need to have your game be out for more than a month and a half. What was the one that just shut down, like, last month? High Guard. High Guard lasted a month and a half. Dude, there were people who liked that game. They probably would have kept playing it if you kept the servers around a little longer. They had the last update for that game happen 3 days before the game shut down. Love Live 2 type beat. Go into the motherfucker Morgan stream and she's talking about live service games again. Love Live 2 is like, how the fuck did that happen? It's a very curious case. I would love to find out how Love Live 2, like, failed the way it did. Because, like, I was on the internet 10 years ago. I was on, like, Twitter 10 years ago. I remember how Love Live was fucking inescapable, dude. It was, like, probably the biggest game at that point. At the very least, it was, like, the biggest game in, like, the circles that I ran through, where it was, like, people played, like, mobile gacha games, and they, like, watched a lot of anime. So, like, something like Love Live just, like, made sense to see. I didn't like it, because I always hated, like, stupid gacha bullshit, but, you know, I lost that battle years ago. I'll still call gacha out for what it is, but I'm not gonna, like, get mad at people for playing it. I can't, like, what am I gonna do? Tell you not to play Honkai Star Rail? If I have to tell you that, you probably don't want to hear it to begin with. Hey guys, I'm at round 1 at frying your brain on the Godzilla marble pushing game. Did Godzilla get really tiny and that's why he's pushing marbles now? Need to take you even if it's overstimulating as fuck? I mean, I've been inside, like, Dave & Buster's and stuff, so it wouldn't be that bad for me. Unless I was in a really bad mood. And then I'd be, like, really upset. Yeah, we could go. We could go. I'd be down. By the way, I'm gonna need everybody to pray for me tomorrow, because, it's a Sunday right after, like, kids come back from spring break. And they only scheduled me with one other person. So it's gonna be really bad tomorrow. Honestly, that's part of the reason that I, like, was just like, oh wait, there's a Splatfest, let me stream that instead. Because that's, like, easy stream stuff that I could end whenever. And I don't have to worry about maybe going over time just because the game was longer than I thought it was. Like, that was my fear with, streaming the finale of Romeo today, was like, what if it goes for way longer than I thought it would? So that's why we're doing Romeo as a Dead Man finale on Monday. Just so you know. I'm gonna be off of work Monday and Tuesday, so that's just, like, that's just free. That's just, like, I can handle that. But yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad tomorrow. I'm gonna die. Oh goodness, I'm gonna die. Guys, have you heard of this new game called Dude the Dark Agent? God, I love Big Betrayal. Big Betrayal could be, like, the best Splatoon song ever. And it's hard for me to think of one that I like more. What the fuck? Fuck whoever disconnected. I was jamming out to the tunes. Can we watch the trailer for Dude, the Dark Agent? Dude, doesn't this game look fire? What is going on? What do you guys think? Does this game look fire or not? Maple Story Shooter. Dude, it kinda does. It kinda does look like Maple Story. Why are they not playing at the same time? Why would they show this, like, 4-player screen, and, like, only one person is being controlled at a time? That was the whole first trailer. Of course, we use some artificial intelligence technologies to speed up our business processes and produce higher quality and better performing games. We used Claude for code development, ChatGPT for visual production, created the game's cover art with ChatGPT, and wrote the game's overall code architecture with the help of Claude. These AIs have significantly sped up our work, but absolutely do not think the developers produced this game without any hassle, using only a single prompt. This thought is completely wrong. What actually happened was that we gave these AIs some of the tasks we would have done ourselves, and they did them in stages to speed up the process. Even with this setup, it still took 6 months to finish the game. Look at this game! This game took 6 months to make! Six months! Well, anyways. For Splatfest, please go easy on me. I didn't consider that there would be new players still getting into Splatoon.
Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him!
What?
Also, thank you, V, for the resub. 36 months, thank you. I think Dude the Dark Agent is like the funniest name for a game ever. It's really funny that they're trying to rip off Doom the Dark Ages with the title, and basically nothing else is like that game at all. Well, what's been going on, guys? What's in the news? Do we have any exciting video game news going on? Or have we run out of video games? Your cat turned 10? That's fucking awesome. Wait, that's cool. Happy birthday to your cat. I don't know, all I got for video game stuff is that, on my break at work, I caught a shiny Tinkaton for, the community day. I'm pretty happy about that. Even though the shiny is really funny because it only changes the color of the hammer. You just can't stop Tinkaton from being girly pop. It's what she's destined to be. She is the one who gets to beat people to death with hammers? Exactly. Tinkaton is fucking awesome. Like, I don't know if Tinkaton is one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 9. It's definitely up there. I mean, my heart belongs to Ogerpon, though. But I cannot deny how good of a design Tinkaton is. Literally just a little fucked up girly with a giant hammer. That's fucking peak design. It's also funny because I really do not like Tinkaton's pre-evolutions. I think they're really ugly. Dude, we're getting our ass beat. Like, Tinkatink and Tinkatuff are, like, really ugly. I think they look like shit. I should make you an editor on 7TV so you can add Tinkaton and Ogerpon emotes. How do I do that? I haven't even, like, loaded up 7TV in, like, a hot minute. Dude, when did I add some of these emotes? Why do I have Sox's cat as an emote? Okay, I think I did it. I think I added you as an editor. Jen, are you still in chat? Do you also want to be an editor? Do you want to be an editor on the 7TV emotes? Okay, I added you. What do you mean lacking privileges? Did I not give it to you? I don't know. I don't know how 7TV works. And I'm playing a fucking mirror match. Oh no. Yeah, that is... Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with, like, our home internet recently. Yeah, pause and unpause. Joan, you spent $21 to get Virtua Fighter in the Fantasy Critic? Dude, we don't even know if that game's coming out this year. That's like a crazy amount of money. Joan's making big money moves. It's kind of scary. Dude, I don't even think I've ever seen this on Fantasy Critic, that a game could have 0 hype. Think it's okay now? I hope so. I got disconnected from my Splatoon game. Apparently you don't have the ability to edit emote sets? Why not? It says you should. Oh, well, I'm glad to have Ogre Pawn Spin now. I'm very happy about Ogre Pawn Spin. My little cutely sweet. They better put Ogerpon in the next Pokemon game. If Ogerpon is not in WiiWa, we will not be buying. I don't care that they gave Game Freak, like, actual time to make a Pokemon game, and it doesn't look like complete and utter dick from previews. No Ogerpon, no buy. Sorry, everybody here knows that's a lie. I'll eat up any slop that the Pokemon Company throws my way. Well, no, that's not true. I don't care about Pokemon Champions. I know multiple people who are playing Pokemon Champions, and I am not one of them. I'll stick to Pokemon Showdown. And, like, honestly, it should be easier for me to be into Pokemon Champions, because I have a Pokemon Home subscription. But I don't care enough. You think I'm gonna go through all the trouble of, like, transferring my Mons from, like, an actual game that I would want to play into a game I would never want to play? Let's be realistic here. I did play Pokemon Friends more than most people did, though. Even though that game is just, like, shit. That game is really bad. It's the most basic, boring puzzles ever, and it somehow manages to have, like, shitty monetization. They want me to spend $30 on the eShop to play their shitty puzzles. No thank you. I didn't even play Pokemon Cafe Remix, which is weird because I liked the other Troze-style games. Like, I like the original Pokemon Troze, and I like Pokemon Battle Troze, but I don't care about Cafe Remix. Which, to be fair, I don't think most people care about Cafe Remix. How are those? Those are pretty good. I'm liking these new emotes. I don't know, I hope Pokopia being, like, a big success means that, like, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company look at the situation and they're like, oh wait, we should make more of these spin-offs. Because Pokemon spin-offs that aren't, like, weird, shitty mobile games are, like, more sparing these days. I mean, how many spin-offs came out for, like, the Switch that weren't mobile games? It was, like, Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team, which was a remake, and New Pokemon Snap. And I think that was kind of it, right? There weren't any other, like, notable Pokemon spin-offs that came out that, again, weren't mobile games. They came out with Pokemon Quest, though. Who's excited for Pokemon Quest? Oh, you're right! I forgot about Detective Pikachu Returns! It's still, like, really funny with how successful the Detective Pikachu movie was that, like, nobody gives a shit about the Detective Pikachu games at all. The Detective Pikachu games might as well not exist. China, apparently? Is Detective Pikachu big in China? Are you talking about Pokemon Quest? Because I think I do remember someone saying that Pokemon Quest is big in China. In general, I know that, like, mobile games as a whole are way bigger in China than they are. Well, I don't know. It's like, mobile games are popular everywhere. But in China specifically, it's like, mobile games are, like, disproportionately popular compared to, like, PC and console games. I guess in general, because, like, consoles are not as easy to get your hands on. And computers are expensive no matter where you go. But pretty much everyone has a phone. Even if you don't want a phone, you probably still have one because you need it. How's the, like, internet infrastructure in China compared to, like, the US also? Like, do you just get a better Wi-Fi signal around China? I don't know about that. I know that's true in Japan. I know Japan has, like, better, like, internet infrastructure than, like, the US. Way better and cheaper? Cheaper, I would imagine, is probably because, like, a lot of companies, like, outsource the making of, like, their phones and stuff to China. Like, they all have, like, factories in China that they use to make the phones and stuff. And I know that's not, like, a universal rule. Just because, like, something is manufactured in a specific country does not necessarily mean it's going to be cheaper in that country. But I would imagine for, like, technology specifically, that like, makes sense to me. Fuck phones and talking. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I was rolling around that thought into China having better internet infrastructure would also make sense why, like, mobile games are more popular there. Because, like, every mobile game requires the internet in some way. You mean Pokemon Champions doesn't have a replay feature? Dude, Pokemon Champions could be the most awesome video game ever. It's so funny that, like, Pokemon Champions is, like, kind of complete and utter crap. And, like, it's still, like, a slightly better experience than, like, playing competitive Pokemon on cartridge that people still kind of prefer it. Like, the vibe I'm getting from the VGC community is that they would probably still rather play Pokemon Champions than continue playing Scarlet and Violet. They really did it. They released the bare minimum. Dude, everybody give, like, an RIP for Sozzles, who drafted Pokemon Champions in the Fantasy Critic League, and now has -5 points as a result. It is, like, by far the worst draft pick that anybody's done thus far. I might beat it, though, if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out this year, because I counterpicked that. Fairly confident it wouldn't come out this year, but I'm scared. I'm scared now. I'm, like, a little bit like, why did I do that? Dude, why did I do that when I could have counterpicked Pokemon Champions and made, like, an easy points return? I guess also I wasn't thinking that Pokemon Champions would be complete and utter dick. I probably should have anticipated that Pokemon Champions would be complete and utter dick. I don't know. I didn't have the foresight. Well, Vampire Crawlers makes a little bit more sense. I don't know how well Vampire Survivors, like, reviewed. But, like, you could do a worse pick than Vampire Crawlers. I do think you might have fucked it a little bit with the Virtua Fighter 6 pick. Because I don't know if that's coming out, and also I don't know how much I trust modern RGG. Kiwami 3 really got everybody scared about that fucking studio. Nobody trusts them anymore. They released one bad Yakuza game, and that was, like, enough to, like, tank their reputation. Which, to be fair, it's also because it's a bad Yakuza game that has a sex pest in it. So that's like a double fuck you. But at least because of Pokemon Champions, me picking Kiwami 3 is no longer the worst pick in the league. And I did still get points for Kiwami 3. I didn't get that many, but I got some. Although, my pick of Mario Tennis was still better, which is really funny. Mario Tennis was just kind of like, I'm fairly confident this is gonna review decently enough. I'll accept that it's not gonna be that big of a pick, and just draft it anyways. At the very least, I was right that it would review better than Mario Tennis Aces. I had a feeling Fever had a little more sauce to it. It's just a shame that that game is like $70. So I think it's like a good Mario Tennis game that is repellent because it costs too much money. Low-key, I want to play it a little bit, though. Maybe I should play that at some point. Even though I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at Mario Tennis Fever. I'd probably get better at it if any of my friends bought it. But nobody I know bought it, because it's Mario Tennis Fever. I'm definitely, for the Fantasy Critic, I'm definitely keeping my, my slots open for now. I kind of need, like, a guaranteed hit to get announced. And then I'll, like, fucking grab that while nobody's looking. Because multiple people have already filled their entire, like, draft picks. So that's, like, multiple people that I don't have to worry about potentially sniping things that I think are going to review really well. What battle name should you give your Iron Defense Body Press Corviknight? What, is this in Champions or Pokemon Showdown? Champions? Fuck, I was gonna say fat fuck, but you can't do that. Because it would be considered inappropriate. I don't know. I don't know. I'm nothing without my swear words. I'm like the angry video game nerd. But it's a first win of the day. It's 8 p.m. Day restarts for Nintendo at 0 o'clock UTC. That makes me more mad that they're doing UTC. I'd be less mad if they just did it in Japan time. I don't like that they call it Universal Time because I've never seen anybody actually use it. Except Nintendo, apparently. It doesn't seem that universal to me. I am getting a little curious about when the next Direct is. I kind of had that phase a couple months ago where I was like, oh my god, we need a Direct, we need it more than ever. And then I stopped giving a shit and realized it doesn't matter that much. But I'm definitely a little more curious about it right now just because of how many fucking rumors and leaks have been going around. And now, apparently, there's leaks going around that Nintendo is purposefully giving people bad information. So some of those leaks and rumors could just be bullshit they made up to, like, fucking get someone fired. Yeah, we know you're the dumb motherfucker who actually believed we had someone working on Star Fox. You bitch. You're going to hell now. I guess I'm just also surprised that they have nothing going on in June. Didn't that happen with Star Fox Grand Prix? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Star Fox Grand Prix was, but everybody was convinced it was coming out. They were like, "No, dude, they leaked it. It's real. It's gonna come out." Dude, there's no way. Like, in my mind, there's no way that Star Fox Grand Prix ever existed. That doesn't make sense. They won't even make a new F-Zero. You think they're making a Star Fox spin-off racing game? What are we doing? Dude, that guy is wearing no pants. Everyone knows if you bring back a series and make it vehicles, everyone will love it. I mean, Star Fox is already vehicles. I don't know. You know what my prediction is? And, like, I could be proven wrong about this. I think Ocarina of Time Remake is cap. I think that's fake. I think Nintendo spread that around to, like, throw people off the scent. And, like, I don't believe that Ocarina of Time Remake is real. And you know what? If I get proven wrong, you know, double dumbass on me. But I don't believe in it. I think it would literally just be a better use of resources if they just made a new Zelda instead. Because it's like the era of like Ocarina of Time being the most popular Zelda game is like way over. Got entirely blown out by Haze Primarina? Dude. It's like a baby's first fake leak idea. It kinda is. Like, I don't know, in general, part of what makes me suspicious also is that, like, I don't know, Nintendo doesn't do a lot of remakes in general. And I know that seems like, I don't know, just like compared to their original output, I don't think they make that many remakes. I think they make a lot of remasters and ports, but I don't think they do that many, like, full-on remakes. The ones that come up off the top of my head is, like, TTYD and, like, Super Mario RPG. But then it's like, I don't know. There's, like, Star Fox 64 3D, there's Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D. But part of the reason those remakes exist is because it's, like, it's a technical showcase. It's like, oh, we finally have, like, handheld technology that can run these, like, older games. That's what's, like, so impressive about them. Not only can they run these old games, but they run even better than they did on the old systems. I mean, fuck, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, that's another remake. Super Mario All-Stars, the Mario Advance games, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I guess they do a lot of Pokemon remakes. You could definitely make, like, a Pokemon remake argument. Those are just kind of inevitable. I don't know, though. I don't know. Since, like, the Switch 2 has come out, there haven't really been any, like, big remakes that Nintendo has done. Which, I mean, granted, is like, oh, well, the Switch 2 has been out for, like, 10 months. But hey, 10 months without a remake? That's a lot more time than, like, other studios. And don't say no bullshit like Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's not a remake. That's literally a remaster. And also, Xenoblade X is ass. Sorry. I do not care for Xenoblade Chronicles X. And you know what? Maybe it would have been a better game if they kept the boob slider. I can't say for certain, but maybe it would have been better. Not Switch 2 exclusive either. True. Dude, it's so funny. How the fuck did they fuck up the Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade X so bad? Like, I think they were, like, too obsessed with the idea of trying to make that game 4K that they didn't consider if it should be 4K or not. Like, they used the ugliest, shittiest, like, AI upscaling imaginable, and it looks like fucking dirt. And it's like, I don't know, I think people would have been happy with, like, even if it was only, like, 1080p 60 FPS, and it didn't have the ugly AI upscaling, I think people would have been happy. $5 for a 60 FPS upgrade to Xenoblade X? Like, yeah, that would be a little bit like, oh, they're nickel and diming us a little bit. But I think people would have been, like, less mad. I think, like, all the big Xenoblade fans would have bought it, and they would have been happy. But the fact that they forced it to be 4K with the ugliest upscaling technology ever is like... You blew it. You gone and busted, my dude. Not even a distant land, we stuck with whole different textures. That's so good. Oh, God. I don't know how they fucked it up. And, like, as far as I know, Monolith Soft is, like, very good when it comes to, like, making the most out of the tech they're given. So how the fuck did this happen? Is Monolith Soft washed? Are we in the Monolith Soft cringe era, or is this just an anomaly? I hope it's an anomaly, because if Xenoblade 4, if Xenoblade 4 comes out, and it's, like, complete and utter dick, like, I don't know how the world's gonna recover. I don't know, I follow an artist who's, like, a big Metroid fan and a big Xenoblade fan, and I remember they were really disappointed with Metroid Prime 4. So if Xenoblade 4 is also really bad, I don't know, they might be on suicide watch. Mono Ice Team in Ultra Ball, it's not a bot. Are they using Mega Frostlass? Because I've heard that Mega Frostlass is, like, pretty decent right now. If they're not using Mega Frostlass, I don't know how the fuck they got that high. But if they are using Mega Frostlass, I guess I could see that. Mega Frostlass is like a top 5, if not top 3 Mega right now. That's good. I'm happy about that. I think Mega Frostlass is cool. Oh, fuck, that was a ×10 battle and I blew it. Fuck. Do we think Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition is the dumbest name Nintendo's come up with? Or do we think some of the other Switch 2 editions got it beat? Because to be fair, a lot of the Switch 2 editions have really, really dumb names. Like Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Meet Up in Bellabelle Park. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Star-Crossed Worlds. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV. Dude, is Nintendo, like, really bad at crossplay? Why the fuck are all the Switch 2 editions, like, not cross-play compatible with the old versions? Like, Jamboree has that problem. Mario Bros. Wonder has that problem. How did this happen? And don't say some shit like, oh, well, they have, like, exclusive content that's not in the original. Yeah, well, you can have the original, like, get an update where it'll, like, know that, like, content is in the Switch 2 edition without letting you be able to access it. Like, that's, like, a non-issue. That's, like, an issue Nintendo made up to make you think it's okay that you have to go into a separate menu to play Super Mario Party Jamboree with people on a Nintendo Switch 1. Okay? It should literally be a non-issue for you to be playing higher resolution Mario Party with someone who doesn't have higher resolution Mario Party. Dude, they figured that out with Splatoon! Splatoon has the fucking Switch 2 update that you can get, and you can still play with Switch 1 players! It doesn't make any sense. I'm the only person brave enough to talk about the absurdity of the situation. I'm the only person brave enough to say that Mario Party Jamboree has a bad Switch 2 edition. New Fire Emblem game has been rated in Europe? Dude, how close does that mean it is? Like, how far in advance can you have your video game rated by the PEGI board? So apparently Splatoon Raiders also has a European rating. But I don't know what that means. I don't know how close that means it is. I know that if your game gets rated by the South Korean, like, ratings board, it means your game is probably still, like, a year away. They will rate a game in South Korea, and it'll be a game that nobody even knew existed. They'll be like, oh yeah, Super Mario fuckers? Yeah, we give that like a 7+. And then everybody's like, Super Mario fuckers? What? I don't know how that compares to Europe, though. I don't know how far in advance you can rate a game in Europe. But I'm hoping that means Fortune Weaves comes out this year, because I want to play it. Dude, maybe I should do a stream of 3 houses. But... The problem with doing a stream of 3 houses is, like, would I be obligated to play through all the routes? I don't think anybody in the universe could possibly watch me play 4 routes of 3 houses. But if I also only do 1 route, that would feel really weird. That would feel, like, wrong. Super Mario Cunt Wars? Dude, I'm hearing Super Mario Cunt Wars is coming out real soon. I heard it on the grapevine. Another year of 3 houses streams. It would absolutely be, like, the longest, like, stream series I ever do. And it's like, would I even want to do that, though? Because I didn't even play through all the routes when I played 3 houses on my own. I don't know. That's probably a game just for me to play off stream. There are Fire Emblem games I will stream. It would probably take a little bit more to convince me to do 3 houses. It's just too damn long. Engage is like, I enjoy Engage more than 3 houses, and I already think it would take a lot to convince me to stream Engage, because that's like a 50+ hour game. I think, like, the Fire Emblem games that I'm closest to streaming right now is, like, Fire Emblem 7 and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Those are the ones that I'm most strongly thinking about streaming. And Path of Radiance, originally, the plan was to stream it when it came to NSO, but then it just kind of came out at, like, in an awkward spot. They brought Mega Crabominable instead of Mega Frostlass. Oh, Corviknight carried. Mega Crabominable, low-key, worse Ursaluna, but worse Ursaluna hits when there is no Ursaluna. I kind of should stream an RPG soon, though. I'm feeling the need to stream an RPG, and I can't stream Pokemon because fucking Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire emulation is, like, broken. And that pisses me off. I don't know why that shit just, like, wrecks my RAM. If this shit doesn't change, I'm buying fucking Pokemon Leaf Green on the Nintendo Switch and streaming Kanto again. This is a threat. Fuck that you already hit your 3-team limit, but you want to build the meta Sun team? What do you mean by 3-team limit? Can you only have 3 teams in Pokemon Champions? I thought you could have, like, 5. We can do the DLCs for our Soul Link. We could just play the DLC. I don't know if we'd really be able to do Soul Link, though, because there's not, like, tools for, like, encounters in the DLCs. That's like the one reason that I kind of like put that on hold, is because I was like, the tool that we were using to determine our encounters like did not have the DLC at all. Maybe it's updated since then. I don't know. I would have to check. But that was like a little disappointing. Maybe I gotta go through the list of that one poll I did determining like what the next stream stuff will be. Because I definitely had RPGs on there. Dude, should I stream Final Fantasy IX soon? Maybe that's what I gotta do, because I remember that doing well in the poll. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time! That's a game I have to do relatively soon. Maybe I'll do that, like, sometime in May. Like, after I've, like, not gotten my fill of Tomodachi completely. But maybe when it gets closer to a point where I'm, like, streaming it, like, maybe once a week. Like, once I get to that point, I think I'll feel comfortable doing, like, more playthroughs and stuff again. I know Jen's very excited about the idea of me streaming Partners in Time. And as far as I know, Partners in Time doesn't, like, use the touchscreen much, does it? That's, like, a game I don't really have to worry about, like, awkward controls for. Like, I don't have to be like, oh, maybe I should get it set up on, like, my Wii U. What was on that old poll? I know Majora's Mask was. I'm sorry I like, dropped Majora's Mask. Yeah, okay, on that old poll, I had, like, Partners in Time, and Final Fantasy IX, and, Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth is a little bit, like... I kinda need to see if RGG gets out of their flop era. Because I think Infinite Wealth is a good game. But... I don't know. With Kiwami 3 being the most recent Yakuza game, I don't really want to be associated. Gotta play Partners in Time so everyone can see your goat, Stuffwell. I don't even know who Stuffwell is. But I trust you. Well, there's some other stuff I wrote down for being streamed soon. I had some in the long-term plans as well. Pragmata? Fuck, that comes out next week, doesn't it? When the fuck am I gonna get to Pragmata? I wanna stream that, because I had a good time with the demo. And it's also funny, because I think Pragmata might end up being, like, a a big VOD game, because the fucking demo got, like, a decent amount of views for some reason. I guess I gotta do Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories soon. Maybe I'll do that next week. I'll do Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, all the cutscenes, and not play the actual game, because I don't... I think that having to play through Chain of Memories might be like a torture method. I don't know when I'll get to Kingdom Hearts 2, but it'll probably happen within the next couple months. I'm honestly, like, on a decent pace with, like, the stuff that I put in, like, long-term plans. The only thing that I'm not sure about when I, like, want to get to is, like, Of the Devil. One, because it's like, it looks like a really cool game. It is also a visual novel, though, which means I would have to prepare for doing a lot of fucking talking. I would have no room to breathe. I would likely have no co-hosts to help me read. So it would just, it'll be a lot. But it looks really cool, so I still want to try it. And I think it has, like, some gameplay stuff, which makes me feel a little more comfortable streaming it. I wouldn't want to stream something that's purely a visual novel. And that's not me being anti-visual novel. I think visual novels are really cool. I think it's a cool medium. But I feel a little bad streaming stuff that is purely visual novel, because it's like... Realistically, what am I adding, aside from being like, whoa, what the heck? You're not getting, like, any of, like, the gameplay experience, because there is no gameplay. So it feels a little weird to stream something that is, like, a pure visual novel. And this has been true of me for years. Like, I remember, back when I did Super Cool Gaming, one of the earliest things I remember uploading was one video of a visual novel named Highway Blossoms, which I stopped, like, pretty soon after, even though I had recorded quite a bit of it, because I was like, oh, wait, I think this is just a pure visual novel and not, like, a game. And, like, again, I don't have any problem with visual novels as a medium, but part of the reason why I'm so comfortable streaming games is because my experience with them will inherently be unique. Like, there will be some way that I'm playing the game that is different from how other people play the game. In a visual novel, it's not going to be any different. And I'd feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to stop people from buying this visual novel just because they got the experience of me reading through it. You know what I mean? Is that crazy? Am I crazy? I don't know, do people not actually read Ume Neko? They just look up the walkthrough for it? That just is someone reading it? Oh yeah, I forgot May the 4th is coming up. We will be finishing LEGO Star Wars on May the 4th. And then, I don't know, next year we'll figure out some other stupid Star Wars game to play. Maybe I'll play a bad Star Wars game next year. I think I literally joked about, like, playing Masters of Terra Kasai on stream with Sienna. Do you guys know about Masters of Terra Kasai? It's like this old, shitty Star Wars game that's like a shitty fighting game. And it has a character named Hoor. But it's spelled H-O-O-R. So, get your mind out of the gutter. Dude, I just eviscerated their team. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Sorry, I'm kinda jamming out to the lobby theme. Dude, Splatoon music is really good. Dude, wait, I like Splatoon music. Oh, yeah, talking about stuff I will stream this year, we will be streaming Yoshi and the Mysterious Book when it comes out, don't worry. I will be the one to determine if Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is a good game or not. You don't have to listen to anybody else's opinions, because my opinion is the smartest one. I don't think I'll stream Rhythm Heaven when that comes out. I think that one's off the table just by being a rhythm game. Rhythm games are really hard to stream. Oh, fuck. No! My Wi-Fi! My Wi-Fi! Okay, we're back. We back. We're okay. No, wait, we're still bad. Fuck. Fuck. I had my back turned. Rhythm games are, like, fine to stream if you're, like, actually good at rhythm games, which I am not. Like, I love Guitar Hero. I don't think I could ever stream Guitar Hero. I've never even made the attempt just because it's, like... One, it's DMCA hell. And two, like... Dude, I'd be playing that shit on Medium. That'd be, like, a little embarrassing. I did stream Mad Rat Dead. Mad Rat Dead wasn't too bad to stream, but that's also, it's like, it is a rhythm game, but it's also a platformer. Same with Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm game, but it's also an action game, so it's like a little easier to put myself through on a stream. Dude, I'll be there day one for Hi-Fi Rush 2. Hit the Godzilla Juckport 10,000 tickets. That's fucking awesome. That's beautiful. Although, to be honest, to Godzilla, 10,000 tickets is chump change. Not trying to make you feel inadequate. I'm just saying Godzilla has very high standards. I like Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla's pretty cool. Did the sequel to Godzilla Minus Zero ever come out? When does that come out? 'Cause I really liked Godzilla Minus Zero. I think that's a great movie. There's a new one called Minus Zero. Dude, I don't know. They got confusing names to me. Don't know yet? Then it probably hasn't come out. I feel like you would know if it came out. I feel like I would know if it came out. Dude, I'm still kind of sad I never got to see Nirvana the band, the show, the movie in theaters. Even though I have not watched the show. Jen, can we watch Nirvana the band, the show at some point? And then watch the movie? You saw Amazing Digital Circus at the mall earlier? Dude, I see Amazing Digital Circus at, like, GameStop. It's just, like, it's what's cool with the normies. Not even really the normies, just, like, kids. I guess kids could be normies. I don't know, I don't really think about children in that way. In my mind, all children are like, fucked. Like, if you're a teenager, your life is fucked. Being a teenager is the worst thing that could happen to someone. But if you make it through being a teenager, it's like uphill from there. Unless you're the kind of guy that like peaked in high school, then your life is gonna suck forever. I don't know, you like fucked yourself. Cause like you should not like nobody should go through the experience of peaking in high school. That's like, honestly, you deprived yourself of the experience of being a shithead teenager. And that should give you pause. You know what? I am gonna say it. I think it's morally incorrect to have peaked in high school. I think you fucked yourself for life if that was your peak. Dude, I'm sorry, I keep jamming out to this lobby theme. What the fuck? We just started! Get back in here, coward! Oh, I'm dropping some frames right now. Yeah, I don't, like, the frame drops the past couple days, I don't think they're controllable. I think it's literally that our internet is, like, fucked up right now. And it's got, like, there's nothing I can do about it specifically. It is very funny that the finale of Digital Circus is going to be in movie theaters. Like, I would never want to go to the movie theater to see Amazing Digital Circus. But there's going to be, like, a sizable amount of people who do. I don't know, I could genuinely see it making, like, $10 million, like, $100 million in theaters. $6 for Dippin' Dots? Dude, I don't fuck with Dippin' Dots. I don't care about Dippin' Dots at all. So, Dippin' Dots being too expensive, it makes no difference to me. I can't really shit talk people who are gonna see Digital Circus in theaters, though, because I did see Mario Galaxy in theaters. So it's like, I don't know. That's like making fun of your cousin. Dude, it won't stop. The internet is so bad right now. Fuck, am I gonna have to end stream early again? I'm happy for Pete the Cat. Dude, Pete is having a great time with all the Easter eggs in Mario Galaxy, and now all the Easter eggs that'll be an amazing Digital Circus. It's never been a better time to be a reference enjoyer. Right, I really hope we won. That's tough. Never mind, it's not that tough. Dude, wait, apparently I missed Team Fortress Classified April Fool's bit. Fuck, that would have been funny. They gave the medic a shotgun. Dude, I don't know what to do to make the internet better. It won't happen. We might have to call it quits. If by the end of this match, the bitrate is still, like, fucked. Like, are you guys even, like, hearing me okay? I don't know. Because Twitch is saying I'm unstable. Which makes me think that, like, half of my words are not coming out. Audio's good, video not as much. I guess I can live with that. That's not, like, ideal at all, because it's an audio-visual experience, but... Yeah, again, it's just, like, our home internet right now. Because it's been affecting my Switch, too. Although, I mean, I haven't gotten disconnected from this game, so I don't know, maybe it is just my computer now. Oh my god, we're back in the green? No, it immediately dropped. I saw it go to the green, and then it immediately dropped again. Dude. Dude. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it here, because the internet is not improving. Which is a shame, because I like Splatoon. Wait, we won a 100 times battle too, and I can't even prove it. Fuck, I just won a 100 times battle while my internet was fucking shitting the bed. This fucking sucks. I got so much clout. And now I can go to the Splatsville float. That's me. I helped win. You're welcome, big man. 2 hours of Splatoon is better than 0? I guess that's true. I guess that is true. Alright, well, sorry everybody that we're ending another stream early. Hopefully the internet situation gets figured out, because... I mean, obviously I want it to be better before Tomodachi comes out. I especially want it to be better so I can finish Romeo as a Dead Man before Tomodachi comes out. Dude, is it gonna go to the green right as I'm about to end the stream? That'd be really funny. Okay, it's green right now. I'm gonna give it a minute. No, okay. Yeah, no, we're ending early. We're not gonna do a raid either, just because I don't know if my internet will be stable enough to watch a stream. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I will be back Monday, probably. Unless the internet is still bad. I'll keep you guys posted. If it, like, comes to Monday and my internet is still bad, I'll delay Romeo until there is a day where it's not shit. We'll see, though. We'll see. Thank you all for coming anyways. This was a fun stream, despite the internet problems. We'll be back Monday with Romeo as a Dead Man. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
There, don't smile because it happened. because it's over!